One of the biggest reasons that parents overspend is because they are preparing for every possible situation instead of just what actually happens. The first time parent has an imaginary baby. Their baby hates cold wipes. Their baby has colic. Their baby never sleeps. Their baby struggles with everything. And therefore they need every single solution possible. You're not alone in this. The problem is though, you're not buying for your baby. You're buying for this imaginary baby that is just full of problems. And yes, babies are challenging and they are going to have something that they probably struggle with, but let's wait and let's see what that is. So what does this buying actually look like? It looks like you heard about babies having gas. So you go out and buy this thing called the Windy. It goes up their patootie and helps release gas. I would never do that to my baby unless it was absolutely necessary. Not everyone needs to own this product, okay? But if everyone does, it's like, whoa, let's calm down on doing this to our babies. But if you need it, that's one thing. Like, just because one person needs it does not mean it should be a standard item on baby registries, okay? So buying anti-colic like drops or gas drops, Mylican, something like that, you don't need that unless you need that. Basics, diapers and wipes, everybody needs that, but everybody doesn't need gas relief. You start thinking things or get told things like blowouts happen all the time, diaper changes are horrible. They're not that bad. And honestly, yes, blowouts will happen sometimes, but having more supplies, honestly, it ends up being more things to wash, okay? Like, oh, I've got a changing table and then there's a cover on it and then I have a cover on top of that and everything's covered in poop, so now I have 20 things to wash. Less is best sometimes. So something that like can be a disaster, diaper changes, honestly, it's better off if you just keep it as simple as possible, okay? You don't need the PPTP, you don't need the wipe warmer, you don't need even a full-on changing table. You know how I changed my babies? I had a guest bed in their room. One was like a twin bed, one was more like a queen, I want to say. So that bed is like made. It has a comforter, pillows, the whole jam. I'm not changing diapers on a comforter. No. I put a baby quilt down. Somebody, you get quilts, you get given baby blankets. Put a blanket down. That blanket stays down, ready to go. I have my diaper caddy sitting on the corner there, and I would change them there. So if they had a blowout, I would take them to that spot. They're safely on a blanket. Change them. Okay? If it's a terrible blowout, I just take them straight to the tub. Pro tip there. But overall, like, I just had a blanket and I changed them on a blanket and it was fine. That blanket could so easily be washed. It wasn't a complicated, like, fitted situation. It was just a blanket. Basic, simple, universal. You don't need to go into parenthood trying to find solutions to blowouts. They're just going to happen and you just deal with it. You can't product your way out of blowouts. You can't product and buy your way into solutions. Sometimes it's just dealing with the problem head on. Blowouts happen, change them, clean them up, move along. People get other things in their head, such as my baby's not gonna like that bottle, or I'm not gonna know which bottle my baby likes. Okay, first option, breastfeeding if you wanna do that. Now, if for any reason you're pumping and bottle feeding or just straight up you're a formula mama, honestly, for the most part, the first bottle you give them, they're probably gonna like. There's some babies that are picky, but for the most part, a hungry baby's gonna eat that bottle. Get the welcome boxes from Target, Amazon, wherever. They'll come with different bottles. Let them try those bottles. Then go get a pack of 10. Don't get 20 Tommy Tippies and 15 Phillips Avent and 12 Dr. Browns. First of all, that's way too many bottles to own. And second of all, you don't know what they like. So if you're worried about it, hold off. And if you're not worried about it, commit to one and go for it, but still only get 5 to 10 max. You can get more if needed for going to daycare, things like that. But overall, you don't need that many. And you don't need to fear your baby disliking them all. The problem may not even occur. People worry about their babies getting bored. That is ridiculous, okay? If they're on the floor looking up at the ceiling fan, they're happy. If they discover their hand one day, they're mesmerized. You do not need tons of toys, seats, baby containers, as people call them. Get a couple basic things, all right? For me, a quilt on the ground. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. For me, a bouncer seat, very versatile, small, easy to move around. Okay, things like Mamaroo, swing, I'm skipping those. Activity centers, not a huge fan of those as well. And just overdoing it on baby toys, okay? Give them a spatula. They don't need infant toys. Wait till they're 6 months plus for toys. Anything lower than that, they don't really need a toy for, in my opinion. Just give them something that's baby safe in your home. Maybe it is also a twofer. Maybe they're 3 months old and you let them chew on a teething ring. They're not teething yet, but hey, it's that can be their toy right now. We don't need to overdo it. Your baby's not going to get bored. They spend so much time eating, sleeping, getting rocked to sleep, pooping, getting a bath. Like, there's not that much playtime in the day, really, when they're little. Now, a lot of first-time moms are going to say, but what if I do have this problem? And what if I do need this item? Walmart, not too far away. Amazon, always an option. What I want you to focus on your baby registry are the 100% guaranteed essentials. If you're getting a crib, you need crib sheets. If you're planning to use disposable diapers, you need diapers and wipes. Focus on the everyday users' critical essential items first, not these problem solvers. You're not going to have every problem. Your baby is unique and your baby list should be unique as well. So before adding any items to your baby registry, I always like to do like a value test and a practicality type of test. But for today, let's do this test. Has this problem actually happened yet? Take the Wendy, for example. Has this problem happened yet? Nope. Do I need to worry about it yet? Nope. Could I get this item in 24 hours if needed? Yes, I could run to the store and grab it. Target, Meijer, Walmart, all those places. And like I said, Amazon. Would this item be useless or collect dust if the problem does not occur? Yes. So this is where something like diapers and wipes, you're going to need them and they are going to get used. But say the Wendy, your kid doesn't really experience gas, it is going to collect dust. And that was a waste of a purchase. Okay, now obviously there's give and take to this. Say a thermometer. It's going to sit and collect dust, but it'll be ready when you do have a sick baby. Okay, I will give you grace in certain areas, but there are other specific items that they're too niche and they're too focused on solving a problem that you do not yet have. So wait for the problems to come to you, then gather up more items. For now, what I want you to do is check out the next video coming up where I'm going to focus on a minimalistic baby registry focused on essentials first. And if you feel like you want personalized help, I offer baby registry reviews where I will work with you as a client and help you get your baby registry right for your specific needs. All right, so links down in the description.